Hey guys, we are rethinking Bitcoin, and this video is part of a series entitled A Poor Man's Guide to Acquiring Wealth Through Bitcoin. The information being shared in this video assumes that you already are familiar with the process of buying and acquiring Bitcoin, whether it be through a cryptocurrency exchange like Binance, Kraken, or Coinbase, or through cryptocurrency wallets such as the Garter wallet, Robinhood, Atomic wallet, Trust wallet, so on and so forth. But if you're not familiar with the process of acquiring or sending Bitcoin, there are many videos available online for you to check out and get a better understanding on how to do this. So this will be a basic prerequisite that you'll need in order to understand the information that are presented in these videos. But for those of you guys that are ready, these videos are going to showcase how to use a yield generating Bitcoin wallet to gradually increase your wealth by putting your Bitcoin to work for you. And this series is catered specifically to small investors to teach you strategies on how to use Bitcoin to increase your wealth. You guys ready for it? Let's get into it. What up, guys? You know we are still rethinking Bitcoin, how to use it to our own gain and to maximize our wealth through it. So we're going to pick up in this episode 2 of the series, A Poor Man's Guide to Wealth Through Bitcoin. Okay, and I'm going to reference the ending part of episode 1 to see exactly where we left off when we ended that 2 days ago. So let's fast forward to this point. And we were at this amount, $68.17. Let me make that a little bit bigger. $68 worth of credits, 51 cents worth of Bitcoin. Okay. Now, considering this 2 days ago, today we still have the same amount technically, but now we have more Bitcoin because over the course of the past couple of days, these credits have been converting into Bitcoin. And I guess we could look at these credits like monopoly money and look at Bitcoin like real money, right? So now that we are at this point where we actually have some additional Bitcoin to spend, we can send it out of the wallet, certainly. However, what we're going to do is keep playing in the marketplace. Okay. This doesn't require any additional capital that we have to put in. Like I say, this is a poor man's journey to wealth. So let's jump on over to the marketplace and kind of assess what's going on out there at the time. All right. So right now, it looks like some of the best deals we're going to get are 20%. Earlier today, I saw some discounts up to 25%, but they must have been bought up. But nevertheless, still at a 20% discount on Bitcoin, that is huge, guys. And it's above the 15% that I would get by making a deposit into my wallet anyway. So since I have these extra funds, these extra Bitcoin sitting here, I'm doing nothing with it. And now if I wanted to transfer it to someone else within the system or out of the system, I could do that. But right now, I'm focusing on building wealth. So like we say, we head back over to the marketplace. Now let's look at what we are dealing with here, because these are small amounts when you really consider the grand scheme of things. But understand that we only invested less than $50, right? So we're looking at these small transactions, but a 20% discount. So we would essentially be purchasing $14 worth of Bitcoin for $11.24. That's almost $3, right? Which isn't bad when you consider a 3-day period. So before anybody else jumps in and purchases this, I'm going to go ahead and purchase it, not delay anymore. And all I'm doing is putting my Bitcoin to work. Now, of course, I could have just let my Bitcoin sit out here and let all my credits convert over and then come out to the marketplace and trade later to see if I can find a 25% discount or something like that. But for me, anything over 15% is better than putting money in the system and getting those 15% in returns. All right, so now that we have done that, let's do a little bit of calculating here, because when we look at the credits that we purchased, all right, so we just purchased these credits. See, okay, we got 22% last time. All right, so when we look at the credits that we purchased, let's pull out the calculator real quick and kind of see what we're looking at. Small money, but small money grows, especially in this system. All right, so we got $14.04 minus $11.24, which is what we paid for it. So that's $2.80 that we just increased. Now, that's nothing to say, oh, I'm going to get rich off of this real quick. No, it's not. However, still consider the amount that we invested, less than $50, and consider how quickly we made a return of close to $3 in just a couple days. So imagine this, guys. Imagine, let's round this up to $3 to make things even. And let's say instead of every 2 days, because today is the 29th, that previous episode was on the 27th. So let's say every 3 days, we earn $3. Okay. So every 3 days, we earn $3. So that would be about 10 times a month that we would earn $3, which is $30. Okay. And we continue this same pattern. Forget about the fact that our stash is growing on a regular basis and we're able to capitalize on that. Let's just stick with basic and simple $30 a month. Okay. And over the course of 12 months, that's $360. Okay. Not bad considering a $50 investment. So let's divide that by 50. And we are essentially 7xing our investment. Where else are you going to go to get this type of return? It's just not going to happen. You are essentially turning $50 into $360 within a year's time. And it will likely be more than this, because as your Bitcoin positions grow and continue to grow, you will actually have more Bitcoin to come back into the marketplace and make larger purchases over the course of time. Okay. So I wanted to explain that to you guys. And also, there's one thing that we really have to consider, and that is the value of Bitcoin, because we are in a bull market now. Halving is coming up. Once it passes, the sky is the limit, because by 2025, say Q3 or Q4, we should be reaching the next level of all-time highs. And I say that historically now. If you actually look at the 4-year cycles that crypto is on, that's what we have to look forward to. Okay. So even though it's $3, I made about $3 in a couple of days today. That $3 could end up being $6 or $9. So we have to keep that in mind as well, guys, because when we look at this video here, we see that the total amount, even though we have the same number of Bitcoin, was $68. At this point, we're now at $71. And that's with the price of Bitcoin about the same. But again, once the price of Bitcoin starts going up, this value right here, US dollar, euro, pound, or whatever the case is actually going to go up as well. And we will be in a prime position to sell it off at some nice profits when that time comes. All right, guys, that's it for episode 2. I'm probably going to wait a while before I release an episode 3 to give this system time to actually grow, because I think at this point you guys can kind of get the gist of what's going on, and I've explained the simplicity of it and everything you need to do to get started with a very minimum investment. All right, guys, that's all I got for this one. If you have questions or comments about it, please leave it in the description. And also, I always forget to tell you guys this. Please like, subscribe, and all that kind of good stuff, because this actually helps promote the channel. It helps promote the project. And you guys are loving the project, so let's help get it out there. All right, guys, that's all I got for you in this one, and we'll holler on the next one. Peace out.